Now, I mentioned Australian boxing is booming. There was another Australian crowned world champion at the weekend, Ebony Bridges, who you
Yeah.
are number one contender for now, and now she's the champion. Last time we spoke, you didn't speak too highly of Ebony. Your words were you wouldn't bring her in even for sparring. Just talk to me a little bit about that fight. She was ranked number 6 with the IBF before this fight. You were ranked number 1. She also got the shot.
Yeah, actually, the rankings that I've seen, she was ranked number 10.
Okay. I mean, have you caught that fight yet? What have you made of that?
Yeah, I watched the fight because obviously I'm, number one. I'm really hoping to get the winner, which is now obviously Ebony. Look, I believe Ebony has improved a lot. Like the whole fake it till you make it, she did it and she made it. Because she's improved her boxing skills. She's got a much better jab now. Like she's improved a lot. I still have a lot of confidence that I beat her. I think it's a great fight. But watching that fight, we were sitting there. I was watching it with my manager, Glenn. We were sort of wondering what Roman's game plan was. Like she didn't do anything. She barely threw a punch for the first 5 rounds. We sort of thought maybe she was trying to tire Ebony out and then, take over at the end, which I guess she did better towards the end of the round because Ebony did tire out a bit, but it wasn't enough. Like, I mean, being a punching bag for the first 5 rounds obviously took too much out of her.
Absolutely. Now, this fight with Ebony, how big is that for yourself? How big is that for Australia? Now she's a world champion as well. You've got the Australia versus Australia, but also now she's a world champion.
Yeah, I think it would be huge. I mean, it's the type of fight in Australia that could be a TV main event, which has not happened in Australia for women. So I think it could be really big. Obviously, she's getting on big shows over there, so she's not really going to care too much about that. But I'm the number one. I'm the most deserving in the division. I was the most deserving in the division for the last 6 months. So I'm really hoping that my team can make it happen, and they've already started working on it.
Now, you highly ranked across the board with all the governing bodies. Last time we spoke, you was number 1 for the WBA. I think it was a WBA, one of the two.
Yeah.
For yourself, is that what's next for you? Are you looking for world title shots?
Absolutely. I've just had shoulder reconstruction and like it was a really major surgery. So I'm on the comeback from that. And but I'll be ready to go for whenever these girls want to fight again.
What is your timescale on your road to recovery? When are you hoping to be back in the ring?
I know I'll definitely be ready to fight again come June. So, I mean, I could start training now. I'm just waiting for the sort of go ahead for a fight to really get stuck into it.
And just the last one from me, again, mentioned Ebony Bridges. She obviously works with Eddie Hearn. He works with Devin Haney. We've got Devin Haney, George Kambosos heading to Australia. Just how big could Ebony Bridges versus Shannon O'Connell be on that card?
Yeah, I think if my promoters and Eddie Hearn can make that happen, I'm sure that could be huge. It'd be a great semi-main. That would be massive.
Absolutely. I mean, hopefully, I'm hoping to see that there. That's what I'd like to see used to. You get your world title shot, as mentioned. We've spoke for a year ago almost now, the first time, and you've been ranked number 1. This whole time. So hopefully, you get your shot sooner rather than later, and hopefully the recovery is going well, and you're back very, very soon, Shannon. But again, appreciate your time today. Enjoy the rest of your breakaway. Enjoy your family time, and we'll speak again soon.
Thank you.
No worries, still. Thank you.